Cornell. Be rule knowledgeable.
Your craft is really about to become
Under scrutiny. Robert?
The law will say you go under the microscope.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing that Curtis said, Curtis is a very good official and, he kind of go way back. One thing that he really said that is real simple, but I think it's so difficult and hard for us to really hone in on, is to call it like they want us to officiate it. And then what happens there is it doesn't matter where we go to officiate and who we officiate with. One of the evaluators said it's clear that you guys are not, on the same sheet of music. And if we are, book knowledge, mechanic knowledge, and knowing how to apply that wherever we go, if we're all on the same page, those reasons talk about just being consistent. The consistency comes in when we are all on the same sheet of music. If we're doing what they want and require of us, we shouldn't have any problems. Outside of, those things that will happen. However, if we're doing what is required of us, officiating the way is remove our opinion, our philosophy out of the mix, out of the equation, and just officiate it the way they want, and it is written for us to officiate, and it makes our job much more, I'm going to say, simpler and easier. What's happening is they are going, the coordinators, they're dealing with the coaches, with the administrators, and they're now saying this is how it's going to be called. Now, when you and I get on the court, and we are not calling it, now they're confused, and that's where our inconsistency comes into play, because we're not abiding by what is required of us. So we make it difficult when we think that when we throw in our, let's see. That was really simple. That was really, when I did it. Now, if two hands is a foul, blow your whistle. Because that's what they want us to do. Remove ourselves out of the game, out of the equation, and then it brings us into more of a life. Because what's happening, I said, I can identify every traveler, and I'm a traveling guru in the SAC, so I know I have a whole lot of travel. But I can identify officials travel. I can identify officials, post play, post calls from the league. I can identify. They are now getting so microscopic on us that we have to be about the business. It's not anymore this mindset, well, just go out there and, blow our whistle or just get on the court. No, we have to go out there and be about the business, and that's our job. That's what they're paying us to do. So we need to follow suit. Follow the rules. Last year when they came out with the extended arm from the trail, working the scrimmage, and I asked the officials, what about the new mechanic in 3-person for the trail? I said, well, why come we're not doing it? This is where we get on the same sheet of music. That's our training. Do the scrimmages get where they want us to be, so that then when we get into the live situation, there should not be any problems. We just do it. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. So that was pretty interesting.
I mean, everything my dad just said is right on point. How many people remember a year or two, me, Allen, and Wayne, and TOA was saying, take philosophy out of your game. We said that about a year or two ago, we said take philosophy out. Now they're saying, you know what? We got to show people. We got to have coordinators saying it. We got to have evaluators saying it. Take philosophy out of the game. It has nothing to do with you. Ed Rush, George Tolliver, Ron Johnson, the general, they always tell us this when they put plays up. And it's always a tough play when it's, the fourth quarter, Kobe has the ball, and it's an elbow flick or whatever the case may be. They say, take that play and put it in the first quarter. That exact call that you would make there is the exact same call you need to make in the first quarter. Take out is fourth quarter, is Kobe, yada yada. An elbow flick is an elbow flick is an elbow flick from, like they call it, from tip to horn. From tip to horn, it's all the same. And what happens is, when we say well, I'm only going to call this in the first quarter, or, I really wouldn't mess with that in the first quarter because it's not really a bearing on the game, then what we're really doing is manipulating the game. And now we have control of really who's what, winning or losing, who's scoring and not scoring. Now the problem the NCAA may have, which I hope they don't, but being Alan talked about it, and Alan made it clear, is they use this system that the guy was talking about, the chart fouls in the NBA, but it's a secured system, so nobody gets it. And I hope the NCAA does that, because if gamblers or anybody gets it, then now they can chart, well, Mike's been at USC and he calls fouls on OJ Mayo on the second and third, okay, and I can see, okay, he calls travel. Then now they can really bet on games. So I just hope that they're doing it and having a pilot for the NCAA, that they can keep it secure and locked so that nobody can really get the information about the officials. Because if not, the little waiver that we signed, don't bet on it, ain't got nothing to do with it. Because the gambler's looking at my stats anyway. But I just thought that when Brian texted to me, I didn't get a chance to see it, but I told him to send me a link. And when I saw it, I just knew that everybody, who had seen that before? Who saw that on Sunday? Nobody's, man, I challenge you guys. This is how passionate I am about officiating. I told Alan this. I registered for high school basketball just because I was so frustrated with myself when Alan was coming to me and sharing with me what he's sharing with you guys up here about, live ball, dead ball, free throw situations. And he's asking me, and I'm like, I don't know. And it hurt my feelings, because I'm like, I should know what it is you're asking me. I should know the fact that a live ball is this and a dead ball. And I got so consumed with professional basketball that I gotten off track with high school and my NCAA stuff. Now you ask me a professional question, I'm all over it. I'm all over it because of it. Because in professional basketball, we can't stay behind nobody. But yeah, you should be so passionate about knowing your rules, about knowing case plays, that every time you sit up here or you get on the floor and there's a question asked, there's no hesitation. You know that you can stand and say, hey, try 100%. If the coordinator calls you, you can let them know that Marcus said it was 100%, that this is a technical foul, we're going to just administer it this way, yada, yada, yada. Like that should be your ultimate goal as a referee, that's what you want to do. You want to be the one that everybody calls on and says, hey, I got a question, I got this situation. Hey, I got this question, I want to ask you about this situation. And you know that you can answer the question. You should be that passionate about it. Everybody's in this room right now who's trying to get to the next level. But I just love that. I just love videos, man. Search on the web, get in the rule book, call, ask questions. You should have somebody that you go to, that y'all can just talk plays. Me, Alan, and Wayne, we may not see each other all the time. How many times do we get together and eat lunch? Probably once a week, twice a week, twice a month or something. We make sure, we try, we talk about this all the time. Sometimes we fail and don't do it, but we make sure we get together and let's discuss some things. Let's talk about some things, because if you're not, it's almost like the Word of God. If you're just going home and you're just kind of reading it yourself, and all you're doing is just reading it yourself, and you're not really going to church, you're really not fellowshipping with anybody, you're really not trying to, I don't want to really hang out there, I'm just trying to get the Word all myself. You really can't do that. You got to go around some people. You got to ask questions. Why is it that Moses did that? Why is it that, he only talked to Nicodemus one time? Why is it that you got to ask questions and figure out stuff? And then let your faith take you over and say, I believe that. And just go on from there. I'm going to stop, because I get up here, Bishop, and I start, that's Bishop's my daddy, so I keep going on and on. I want y'all to take a look at this one play, and Alan, scroll down, because I'm not sure if it's 1 through 6. These are the plays we're going to look at, and I was going to talk about offensive fouls, because there's a difference. When you talk about block charge like we did yesterday, we broke it down, block charges usually deal with point of contact, at the point of contact, between an offensive player and a defensive player. And you judging on it like that. That's usually block charge. But offensive fouls come in a variety of types. You can have a guy just posting up and holding. It's not necessarily a lot of contact, but it's an offensive foul. You can have a guy just run and just push somebody. You can have a guy dribbling the ball and push off his defender, offensive foul. You have a guy just run into somebody, offensive foul. Those are just a little subtle differences. Block charge, point of contact, bang, bang. Offensive fouls, like I said, bang bang. You just watching. What are you holding for? Boop, boop. Offensive fouls. Real simple. And I was gonna go through all that. I had these plays. It's beautiful. I ain't got time. So I'm trying to pick this one play, and I want you guys to tell me what you think about it. Oh, it's number one.
Okay.
It's number one, Alan. Oh, don't fail me now. I had to put it on YouTube because I was getting tired of the PowerPoint.
And he throws it away. Fisher back for Raymond Felton. Steals with the basket and draws the foul, and Derek Fisher.
Stop it. All right. Somebody talk to me. What do you think? You think the offensive player pushed off? With his left hand, you think he pushed off? You pushed off with his right hand? Anybody just don't know? They just kind of like, who thinks it's nothing? They saw it and you think it's nothing.
I think it's not. Fisher just played.
I didn't see. Play it again.
All right, we'll play it again, A plus. We got replay at the table.
And he throws it away. Fisher back for Raymond Felton. Steals with the basket.
So the push off, really, the left arm comes after the shot. But before the shot, he got, it's legal. It's nothing, right?
Fisher's not doing that.
Marcus.
Stop right there.
Yeah,
Yes, Wayne.
There's a couple elements that come into play that we normally do. Well, one of them we normally don't deal with is the restraining.
Hey, okay, and I'm getting, keep going.
Okay. The other one is once he elevates,
Mm-hmm.
he's an airborne shooter, correct?
Correct.
And we must allow him to do what? Unhindered.
Unhindered.
If that's the case, Fisher bolted his chest.
Okay.
To him
Yeah.
on his way down.
Alan, stop, pause it one more time.
He's entitled to go up
He's
and
entitled to
down,
play
not
defense.
in.
Look.
That's what I said, but Fisher.
Watch Fisher. Stop.
bolted his
Stop
chest.
right there.
Right there.
Okay. Pause. Stop. Pause it one more time. We're gonna see the next clip.
Well, look where the official is at. Hold on a second. Look where the official is at.
That's a good angle to me for the official.
He's a defender. He's backing away.
Okay, we're gonna talk about this real fast. So when we look at the first stoppage, we see Fisher is pretty much, he's like this, okay?
Right.
And what you see, when you see a fast motion, when you just watch the defender, because I think everybody always watches the offensive player first off. When you see Fisher, what he's trying to do is stop to take a charge. But what he realizes is, I forget who it is, the guy jumps, whoever it is, he felt him jump before he can really get set. Because he really wasn't set. He really wasn't set. So one thing is that I'm going to go to the second one. He really doesn't have a place to land because if you look right now, Fisher is in his landing area. Now the second point, and I'm glad that this is a breakout session, is the second point, but the first point that Wayne brought up is the restricted area. And this is for all my people who are trying to get to professional basketball. No, because you don't have it. You don't have restricted area. They got the restricted area now? It's experimental?
This year, the line wasn't there. If you run the basket.
Okay.
They are talking about experimenting.
Oh, well, perfect then. Let me go ahead and explain it. So, thank you, Pops.